Hey y'all, it's Maria Com again. I had a recording going and it was good and it was focused on the things I wanted to talk about, and then it got too long and rambly and terrible. So I restarted. Hooray. Um if you listened to my last recording, my last actual recording I posted, haha. Um you know that I was kind of waffling about taking Friday off. Well, my boss insisted a lot. She basically kept saying, I did the math and you worked way more than you needed to on Monday. Like, not way more than you needed to. I needed to, I was traveling, but you worked a lot extra on Monday, so take Friday off. And even though I told her I took a half day last Friday, partially to comp time for Monday, she said she didn't care and she just wanted me to take Friday off. So I had a call this morning, like a team huddle or whatever, that I had to be on. So I just did that virtually from home, and then yeah, I took the day off and got some errands done. Forgot some stuff that I just realized I forgot, and that's frustrating, but I will try and get that stuff done on Monday because it requires daytime during the week, and I was going to do it today and I forgot. Because I'm cool. But yeah. As I was coming back from my errands today, that were long and annoying, longer than I anticipated, and then just a little bit annoying because of that. I got home, I went for a little walk afterwards, and then I was like ridiculously exhausted for no reason, because while I was running errands, it wasn't that many errands realistically, and it shouldn't have made me so tired, but it did. So I was like unlocking my front door and stuff, and my neighbor across the street has a husky, and then a pretty young husky, like still a puppy realistically, but an older puppy. Like, she's like a year old, I think, or something like that. And then there's been this like larger black dog as well. I would be guessing if I tried to say what breed it is, because I have not been close to that one, so I haven't seen it close enough, really. I think she's too small to be a Great Dane, but that is like the shape of the dog, so I don't know. Anyway, the husky was outside as I was like coming home from my walk, and the black dog came outside and started like barking at me, basically. She's a lot more territorial, I guess, than the husky is, or whatever. But anyway, the black dog started barking and stuff, and so then, like, I'm unlocking my door to come inside, and my neighbor across the street comes outside to yell at the black dog, and I hear him saying, "Stop being such a jerk, that's just my neighbor and her cat." And I don't know, it just kind of made me sad, because, like, he said that as I'm coming inside, so he didn't see that it was just me. And also, it just kind of made me realize, oh, since I'm kind of a hermit, none of my neighbors probably know that my cat is no longer here. And my cat is, like, the main part of my personality in the eyes of my neighbors, because that's the only reason I really went outside previously. That sounds terrible. But I would, like, go out in my yard with my cat and stuff, and yeah. That's kind of, like, distinctive. How would you not notice that? So, it's a thing, but it just kind of made me sad, because I was just like, oh. And I, like, halfway had the thought of, oh, maybe I should, like, go tell him that my cat died a little over a month ago, but also I was like, that's an awkward conversation to have with someone I've only ever had one other conversation with, and it was the briefest of conversations. So I didn't, and also I was like, I don't want it to get really awkward with me, like, bursting into tears, talking to my neighbor I've had one conversation with, to tell him, to correct him and say, oh yeah, you said that I was outside with my cat, but actually my cat is dead. Oh, that would be an awkward, yeah. But now I'm wondering if that's something I should do at some point, like, if I am ever randomly outside at the same time as him again. I don't know. So he's across the street from me, so it's not, like, the easiest thing. It's not like he's next door to me, where I could just, like, lean over the fence or something and say, yeah, by the way, my cat died. But anyway, just kind of made me sad, and that it feels kind of dumb that it made me sad, but, you know, I am not very good at allowing myself to grieve. And allowing myself grace, because it's something that's going to take time. I think the reason I am not good at allowing myself to do it is that I worry what other people think, and I worry that other people think I should be over it by now or something, which I think, like, my coworkers and stuff don't feel that way. And I know my boss doesn't feel that way, but at the same time, like I've mentioned before, like, even though I know my boss doesn't feel that way, I'm also still expected to be just as productive as I was prior to my cat dying. And I'm still expected to, like, remember everything and get things done and care about other people. That, like, sounds mean, but I'm expected to, like, care about other people's feelings and other people's workloads and stuff like that, and yeah. It's just like, you can tell me that you understand and that I should take time and I should allow myself to grieve, but when you also still have the same level of expectation of me as you did when I was not grieving and had not just lost my cat, it makes me feel like I have to still do all the things and still be as productive and still get all the things done and still remember all of the things, and yeah, it's just tough. And work-wise, November went by really quickly, and I'm expecting December to be the same, even though not a lot is happening. Like, we had our meeting on Monday, and then other than that, like, there's not a lot of events or anything like that going on right now. But there will be in January and February, and yeah, I just feel like December's gonna go by really fast, and that's gonna stress me out. And I don't know when I'm going to have time to grieve. And that just kind of sucks. Like, the problem, even though I never took time off at my previous job, it was a lot easier. I wish I would have taken advantage of it more now, because it was a lot easier to justify in a job where the team you are a part of is a team where everyone can theoretically do all the same things. Maybe not to the same quality, but, like, everyone can theoretically do all the same work. So if you take time off, it's not like everything that you should be doing is just sitting waiting for you to get back. But in my current job, that is how it is. Like, if I take time off, even mental health days or whatever, then anything I need to be doing will not be done. And it will just pile up and sit there waiting for me to get back. And pile up on top of other things. And new things will pop up that I wasn't expecting that will add to that pile. Yeah. Even though it should theoretically be easier to take time off now because I don't lose money when I take time off now. Whereas at my last job I did, for various reasons. basically just because it's stupid. um, but yeah, uh, and now I'm salaried basically now, so if I take time off, it doesn't hurt me, and I get the same paycheck regardless. But yeah, it's just harder because I know I will have to do more work when I get back. Which is stupid. But I mean, I might have to. I don't know. I might have to do that and just take a day and not a day or two and just not do anything, not schedule any appointments, and just let myself sit and think about my cat. Or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I need to do to make this feel better. I just. Is it just time? Is that all it takes? Is it just going to take time and eventually I will feel a little better? I just don't know how to do this, and I dislike not knowing how to do things. So, yeah, I don't know. I am not a fan of this process. I'm not a fan of this feeling. This multitude of feelings. Oh, these myriad feelings. I just am not a fan of it, and I would like it to stop. I would like to just go back to normal, and I'm worried that I'm never gonna go back to normal. Which stresses me out more, and, there's just no winning. The crazy thing is, I know other people are feeling similarly burnt out and similarly tired and exhausted and frustrated and depressed who haven't lost pets or family members or loved ones or whatever. So, like, there's just something about this year. There has just been something about this year that is just like taking everything out of everybody, and I don't. Oh my god. I don't know. This can't, like, continue on for people. This can't. How are we gonna survive it if this is just. Because part of me is worried that this is just what life is now, and we're all just gonna be exhausted and burnt out forever. And that's gross, and I don't want that to be a thing for anybody, so. I don't know how we survive this, but I'm just trying to focus on the grief side of things right now and failing miserably at going through it in a cohesive manner, and excuse me, I just don't even know what to do. And I've said that a bunch, and I need to just stop. I'm like starting to lose my voice too, and I haven't even talked that much. We'll just do this. Bottom line, I miss my cat. The more I realize there are people who still don't know that I lost my cat, the more I'm like, what do I thought I was done having this conversation, but maybe I need to have it with more people, and that sucks. Because part of it, too, is that, like, I just tell people as an explanation, I guess, of, hey, I'm not doing great, and it's because my cat died. And, you know, that sucks because he was all I had. But I don't, like, I'm just telling people that as an explanation. But it always makes other people feel bad for me, and I don't want anyone else to feel bad. Even if it's, like, meant to be helpful or commiserating with me or whatever. Like, I don't want other people to feel bad, and I don't want people to feel like they have to comfort me or whatever, because that isn't gonna help me feel better. I wish it did, but it doesn't. I just really don't know what will ever make me feel better at this point, but I'm sure I will. I'm sure it'll pass at some point. I'm sure, or at least it will get easier at some point. Um, yeah. Just sucks. But yeah, like, I had the thought, the other day at work too, because I work on the same floor as the vice president of the agriculture department. And, like, he's a very he's very personable. I was gonna say he's a very personable person, and that was gonna sound dumb. But then I said it anyway, by way of explaining why I paused, so that was great. Anyway, he's very personable, and, like, it's clear to me that, at least in everyday conversation, titles don't matter to him, so he, has conversations with peons like me and stuff. But the other day he asked how are things or whatever, and I did the stupid thing that everybody does, and I just said, oh, things are okay, without actually. I wish I had the guts to just say, yeah, I'm not doing so great, but I will survive, something like that. But I usually don't, because I don't want to have a longer conversation about it, or I don't want to make other people feel bad, or whatever. And I don't want other people to have to, like, try and fix it, because there's no way to fix this. It's just gonna have to be a thing that I go through. And other people trying to fix it usually is other people saying, oh, well, I know X person who has a cat or whatever. And that is not gonna fix my problem. I need to grieve, but, whatever. Anyway, so, and that just kind of made, when I had that very brief conversation with the VP, it just, made me realize there are a number of people at work who still, like, I have not had a conversation with them about the fact that my cat died. And, yeah. Because I just don't work with them very often, or I don't have conversations with them very much, or whatever. And maybe I don't need to. Maybe I just have to, whatever. But I just wish I could. I don't know. I always feel bad. This is, like, so dumb. I don't like saying, oh yeah, I'm okay, when I'm not actually okay. But that's just the thing you say, which is dumb. That shouldn't be the thing you say, but it's, it's just small talk. People are only asking that to make small talk, not because they actually care how you are, or not because they actually want to know how you are. They're just trying to make small talk. And I recognize that, which is why I usually don't actually say anything. Or don't say the real truth, the full truth. So, yeah, I don't know. I should try and be more honest about that, and I should just try and, tell it how it is and say, yeah, I'm not doing so great, but I will survive. It'll be fine. I will get through it at some point. Because then I won't feel bad, because I'll be telling the truth. I don't know. It's stupid. Other people do that all the time, so why do I feel like I'm lying? I'm not, exactly. I don't know. I just have issues, everybody. I had issues before all of this, and this is just making them worse. Anyway. Point being, I miss my cat. Things today reminded me how much I miss him, and how many people do not know that he died. And it doesn't matter to me in the sense of, like, oh, everyone should care about my cat. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that means it will be brought up. Like, that means he will be brought up by people who are not aware that he is no longer here, and that it is gonna make me sad. So, yeah, that just is a fun thing. I've gotten rambly again, and I'm gonna. Oh my god. This got to be so long again. I am sorry. I was really trying to make it shorter than this, but I guess it's not gonna be. I guess I just have to ramble. I guess that's just what my approach to grieving is. Ramble to people on the internet about how much I don't like grieving and how much grieving sucks and stuff. Oh, it sucks, but it's necessary, and hopefully at some point it will get easier and better, and I will be able to get back to something resembling kind of normal. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I am so scared that it won't, but we will see. So yeah, this has been my Riacom, getting very, very rambly about grief and stuff. I'm also just getting tired, which is making it worse. But yeah, this has been my Riacom, and I do not know when, but I will try and chat at you again soon. Bye!